Today we're talking about reverb. A reverb pedal. We're actually talking about my least favorite type of reverb. Up until now, we're talking about the spring reverb. When I say the least favorite, there's a reason behind it. Typically, those reverbs are found in amps, and Fender reverb has been the amp that really brought the spring reverb to the market of guitar world. And those amps are not very frequently played here in the studio. So typically when I want to have that type of vibe, I go with digital effects. And they do the job, but there's something missing, and I couldn't quite put my hand on it or my ears on it until this. Well, these really. This right here is a new pedal from Anasounds. Anasounds and I have a story together. We share the same country, first of all. We're both from France, and I reviewed a few of their pedals, and Alexandre from Anasound told me, yeah, this is story time. We need to change angles. Alexandre told me a little while back that he was working on a reverb pedal, and I was like, great, cool. I'm sure it's gonna look good. Anasound's pedals always look good. They do the engravings here. But I had no idea until a few months ago at the NAMM show, where I finally got to meet Alexandre in person, and he showed me his reverb, and my first reaction was to laugh. Now, it's not the ha ha ha, you're nuts kind of thing. No, it's not that kind of laugh. It's the pure joy kind of laugh, because this is it. This is the reverb. So it comes in three models: the small, the medium, and the large. I'm using the medium right now. We'll get into the others a little bit later, but I'll show you what happens with these reverbs. I didn't notice the back engraved too. Gosh, it's so beautiful. This is what's going on. The element pedal comes into two parts. You have the brains of the pedal, which is typically what you would get with a digital pedal. So your guitar would go into that, out to your amp, and all the processing would be done digitally inside the pedal. But Anasounds decided to do it a little bit differently. Your guitar goes in, you can process your signal, but the signal is going to go through a real reverb, hence the three different parts here. So you get to choose which one you want when you buy the pedal. You have the small one right here, and there is a spring inside of that. Right, a real spring, so the signal is going to go through that. You also have the medium version, which is great if you want to put this into a pedal board or something like that. And then you have the monster, the monster one. Look at these springs in there. They're huge. You're going to get a variety of different sounds out of that. Now this one is big. It sounds great, but you need somewhere to put it, to store it, right? This one can go just under your pedal board, which is awesome. This can go on your pedal board or under if you'd like. Okay, so let's go through them. We're gonna tie these two with the included cable. So in the back of the brain, I'm gonna plug this. And then we have two ends, red and white, and we'll start with the small one. And it's color coded, which makes it super easy. And now we are good to go. We're going to use this small one, le bon, la brute et le truand for French people who know what I'm talking about. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so here's my signal dry. I have kind of a Sir model. I'm using my Axe 3 dry. And we'll start with everything at 12 o'clock here. Again, we're using the small one. I'm going through the real springs. Here's the proof. Yeah, I did it. Okay, so yes, we are going through these springs. Let's talk about the controls a little bit. Let's put the mix all the way to the right so you only have the processed signal, and we'll make our adjustments. This is the amount of reverb that you want. Keep it around here. Then we'll add in some of the dry. Okay, something like that is good. You also have control on the lows and the highs. More lows is going to give you more of an ambient type of sound. Great for ambient chords. It's more of a discrete reverb. It's still there, but discrete. It sounds really pretty, I think, very natural. More highs is going to be just more present, and you're gonna hear the effect a little bit more. So you do have some controls here. Now, some of you might ask, what is this switch? Well, this switch is quite unique. It's going to kind of supercharge the spring that your signal is going through, almost electrifying that spring, giving you something really unique, and it's going to give you a distortion that is coming from the spring inside. Check this out. Here's my signal with just the reverb. And here's the supercharged version. Right? It's kind of like an electrified spring in there. We're just going to add a little bit more of the dry signal in. We're going to lower the volume of that effect. And this is going to be great for ambient chords. All right, I know what you're here for. You're here for these guys, right? Let's start with the medium, then, yes, the reward. We'll try that. All right, let's plug the medium in. So we're just gonna swap these guys out. Same thing, it's color-coded, super simple. Here's my dry signal. And here's the medium tank active. So obviously it's a little more present. The spring in there is a little longer from this one, right? So you get more of a natural feel, I think. If I had to choose, this would probably be the one that I would use in my setup, and the flexibility that it gives you. And again, all the controls are going to affect this tank this time. So you still have the electrified mode. The supercharged mode, however you want to call it, and all the different options. So again, more lows, more of an ambient type of sound. And more highs, it's going to give you more presence and just more pronounced effect. Yeah, it's really light. Let's give this one a try. All right, it doesn't even fit in the frame, which means that you need to have space in your pedal board if you want to use this. Typically, this will go under your pedal board, hence these little rubber bands so you don't damage the pedal. Here we go. Beautiful. And it is built so that you can do this kind of thing if you want. It's purposely done for that. Let's see what happens with the lead tone. Here's my dry signal. Sounds very tubey, very natural, and there's only the amp with some drive and a cab. Let's activate the pedal. Now, I'm going to be honest, making a review on the Elements from Anasound was a little bit tricky because it's really hard to convey what a spring reverb, a real reverb, can do. It's not only about the sound of the pedal, it's the sound of your guitar, you're playing through a spring. It just changes your playing, it changes your attack slightly. It's really something to experiment with, and this is only the beginning. I'm going to use this a little bit more, see where it leads me. It already changed my approach a little bit. It's kind of like controlling something that is a little bit wild, and that changes your purpose, your musical purpose, your intent, the way that you attack the strings, your phrasing, your choice of notes, all those things. It's kind of an overall thing. It's a great pedal. It's so unique. The fact that they actually went that step of adding 3 strings per tank is quite exceptional. And of course, you can control a lot of different things on the brains, including that feature that kind of like electrifies the spring itself. This hasn't been done. It's my understanding that that switch was not intended to be there first. It was an engineering mistake. They found that thing with the spring, and they thought it was really cool, and they added the switch to activate that. So it's pretty cool. Now, I told you at the beginning of this video that one of you is going to win one of these pedals, brand new. You're going to get the brain of the pedal, the Elements, and your choice of small, medium, or large tanks. Completely up to you. How do you enter? It's very simple. This is worldwide. It's free to enter. Just follow the link below. You'll be taken to a sign-up page. Just enter your email so they can contact you if you win. And this contest is open worldwide. There are other ways to win more additional entries. This is going to be a random drawing. And you have until the end of May to enter. So sign up below. And yeah, best luck to everyone. And if you're after that analog sound, the spring reverb sound, you should definitely check out the Elements. It's an awesome pedal. I'm going to leave the info below. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you, Anasounds, for just thinking out of the box. This made me laugh when I first saw it out of joy. It is a joy kind of laugh. It's like, man, this is awesome. Let's do this. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Practice well, everyone. I'll see you very soon.